CDF Ghostship. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words. CDF Ghostship offers huge replay value and many hours of trigger-happy old-style FPS fun with random events and narrative, enemies and an open-world spaceship. Wow. With 4 different game modes, expect many hours of sci-fi, horror, adventure and combat. Well guys, it's good to be back, and this was my first game since I got back, and I did a stream with this. And can I just say, after 25 minutes of streaming, people were begging me to switch this shite off. So what is exactly wrong with CDF Ghostship? Well, first of all, it's an early access game, and that means it's full of bugs. Like, I couldn't rebind the sprint key, there's no mouse sensitivity. In fact, there's hardly any control over much of the game at all. You can't change the sound options. I couldn't turn the volume down. There's just nothing there. The graphic settings are pretty much minimal. There's no mouse sensitivity control. And like I've said, some of the keybinds just don't work at all. So you've really got problems before you even start with this. The story of the game is you can actually, when the game's fully released, you can play different roles from different people. The one that you get to start with is you're coming to this spaceship, you dock with it, and you've got to find out what killed everybody. I think they all committed suicide because it's so bad. It's trying to be Dead Space. It's a first person, not a third person. That's an obvious difference between this and Dead Space, but it's trying to be Doom. It looks about 20-year-old, let's be honest. Let's cut to the chase. It looks about 20 years old. The sounds are dreadful. The graphics are dreadful. The monsters are dreadful. The AI is dreadful, but none of them are anywhere near as bad as the jello weapons that you use. Honestly, in all my gaming time, I've never seen such bad weapons in a game as this. They look like these squirter guns you get from Toys R Us, you know, the water pistols. They look like them, and they act as if they're made of jelly. When you're firing, they're just all over the place. You can't aim them, and when you do try to bring up the iron sight, it just kind of appears there. There's no real animation of it moving unless I just can't see it. And I went for an eye test yesterday, my eyes is fine, so I'm assuming that it just appears there. It's just like, yeah, it's so bad, and you can't really aim. And to make matters worse, some of the aliens that you're fighting are like ankle biters. They just get right in to your little ankles and start biting your feet. And they're so fast. And the game's so dark. And it's just fucking annoying. They look bad, sound bad. You can't see the c***s. And they're just biting your ankles and you're just firing all over the place. And you just think to yourself, after 10 minutes, why am I playing this shit? Why am I doing this in 2015? It's that kind of game, and it's got 15 mostly positive reviews. People saying that it's like Alien Isolation and all this. And honestly, I don't. Steam reviews. Who are these people? Who are these people? I'm going to read one. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. Like System Shock, Doom, Half-Life, Aliens, then be sure to check out this hidden gem. Hidden gem. It's bullshit. It's banter wank. It's just crap. It's worth the bell. Where's the bell? Sorry. The bell is ready. The bell is ready. I'm going to try my best not to press it, but the bell is just, it's just fucking right there. Get a hold of your hand. Don't. You fucking pilot. What you do, you wander around this maze-like spaceship of just corridors and doors. I haven't been able to interact with anything. It just seems to do it if you walk in the vicinity, like depressurizing a room. You walk into the room and it just does it itself. There's no interaction with anything at all. The aliens just seem to appear randomly because I've played the same section of ship 3 or 4 times and had different aliens there. So I don't know what's going on with that. The pathfinding of the aliens is horrific. When I was streaming this, I just watched an alien just couldn't negotiate round a little pipe. He was just stuck there for ages. The hitboxes on the alien, I don't know what the hell's going on with them. You don't feel like you're doing any damage to them and then suddenly they'll drop. You don't feel like you're firing the gun. It just all seems bad. When you play the likes of Doom 3, you know, you get that feel. It's like that clean feel of shooting something. Well, in this, it just feels like you're on drugs with jelly guns. It's just awful. You're just firing randomly all over the place. I just didn't like it at all. It's all so dark, you can't see shit, and you don't have a torch. Well, I haven't found a torch yet, but I'm assuming later on in the game you do. One of the weapons I have does have a torch on it, but it's still bad because you're trying to hit this little rat thing that's running around you, and you can only see it when it goes into your torchlight. It's awful. There's a lot of different game modes for this, there's a lot of content. I mean, there's a massive amount of content, a full story mode, and you've got 3 other game modes. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, if a lorry load of shit turns up on your doorstep and dumps it all there, just because there's a whole lorry load of it and you've got loads of it, doesn't make it good. It's still shit. 2 times shit is shit at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter how big the content is. If it's shit, it's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? So you've got this game mode, which is the story. Then you've got this other one where you can explore. You can free roam the ship with no enemies. Wow, that's good. Then you've got another one where you have to hold out. It's like wave after wave come at you, and it's just shooting aliens. It's boring. It gets boring after, let's say 20 seconds. In skirmish mode, you can't really escape from the ship. You just wander around. Then you've got different challenging modes. There's nothing to see here, to be honest. It's $10.99 and it feels like it was made 20 years ago. If you've got Doom 3, you don't need to buy this. It's pretty much a very poor version of Doom 3. That's the only thing I can really compare it to. It's nothing like Half-Life. It's a bit like Dead Space in an FPS setting, but nowhere near as nice. It just looks awful. It looks shit. I don't understand why it looks so bad. I don't want to have a go at the studios that's made this, but I'm going to. I mean, it's made by Mag Studios, who also did Ghostship Aftermath, which is the sequel, which came out before that. I don't understand. It's too much. It's another case of people can make a game, but why did they? It's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. That's the problem, you see. That's the problem with a lot of games at the moment. They're just not good enough. And Steam gives them a platform where they can be sold as a product, but they're just not good enough. Regrets, I've had a few. See, I can sing, but I'm just not fucking good enough, so I'm not going to go on iTunes with my versions of My Way, am I? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm fucking saying here? Stop making games if you can't fucking do it. Just do so. Wash cars, clean windows, do something else. But, you know, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I can sing, but I'm fucking shite. Anyway, that's the end of it. Is Ghostship worth a buy? No, 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 no.